Welcome to my little blank page, a world, a canvas, an infinite dream for which I remain the only one upon the stage. It's there on wooden planks to look out upon a vast emptiness and share my wonderful creations. And the moment a tear graces my cheek, I scoff in my own pettiness. This is the place where my creations sleep. This is the place where my spirit weeps. You see, outside this little blank page lies a world in wait with its bared fangs and ugly red face. It whispers to me, asks me to cooperate, and I find I have no choice for it to decline. That would mean my immediate obligate. So instead, when I'm not busy, we begin to converse, talk of business life and those inevitable questions of the universe. How depressing, I tell it in final disgust, yet it only stares at me with indifference and tells me that it's just. So to it I ask, how can I be just? You enslave, you steal, you find your pleasure in lust. Then it grins in my face. It declares itself trust. So to it I ask, how can I be trust? You kill, you degrade, you give birth to the fust. Then it glares at me and tells me it's been discussed. I wave it away, and before it fades, it reminds me of the way it sees my rust. How dare it insult me? How dare it insult my creativity? Can it not see that this little blank page is the foundation of positivity? Something which I found it's long forgot. So then I return to my devices, and in loneliness I draw my prices and wait for the next day we meet. When it returned, however, it was without greet, and instead a somber stare from which I found myself ensnared. The conversation begins, and for the first time in a while I actually felt scared. It talked to me of its birth, the life within, and its undying worth. So to it I asked, hast I been rebirthed? Yet it merely stares at me like death, and said it needn't the dearth. So to it I ask, then what has happened to I? Then to me it responds, look to the sky. So my eyes drift up, and my mouth comes agape, as visions of beauty, birth, and infinite possibility open my gates. Then it responds, this is my immortal weight. So to it I ask, might I cross thy strait? Then it nods, but throws forth its catch, but thou must surrender their match. Then suddenly its indifference returns, and so does my disgust. And so I leave it for today, returning to my world of emptiness. Thus then the cycle continues, and I only now find myself realizing its pointlessness. Welcome to my little blank page. Please don't bring your trust.